So we'll start with you, Sibusiso Ngwenya. For those who don't know, Sibusiso is a 31-year-old founder of popular men's sock brand Skinny Sibu Socks. The brand celebrates 10 years next month. So he's just returned from flying the SA flag high at the Grammy Awards. He's jet-lagged, as you can see, where his socks were in this year's official gift bag for the second consecutive year. Wow. He's in the studio. And hey, Sibu, how are you?
I'm not okay, Glen.
Yeah.
Because you used my full name to introduce me to South Africa.
Yeah.
Since 10 years ago, I've been going with the name Skinny Sibu.
Oh, Skinny Sibu. Okay.
Yeah.
All right, everybody. It is Skinny Sibu.
Thank you very much, Glen.
Skinny Sibu. So tell me, we've never met, ne?
We met. You probably wouldn't remember me.
Where?
We met at some cafe, I think in Melrose. You were in your very two-door car.
Yeah.
And yeah, that was it. We met.
So listen, Sibu, how did you end up in the fashion business, and why socks in particular? Because some of us can't
Yeah.
even see them.
So for me, it was a true case study of like passion turning to profit.
Yeah.
You know, I was 20 when I started Skinny Sibu Socks. I had a love for socks already at the time. I'd already collected something like over 100 pairs of socks.
Yeah.
But those were international brands, and I realized that, you know what, I can capitalize on this growing sock trend by taking our beautiful African aesthetic,
Yes.
and making it more relatable to the now generation, you know. And that's when I started with Skinny Sibu Socks. The early days are very interesting, Glen,
Yeah.
if I can tell you. And I think this will go out to someone who wants to start something new. You know, I simply went to a local retailer. I bought 14 pairs of socks that were marked down to R5 each. I repackaged them and I started selling them on social media.
Wow.
And immediately after that, CNN picked up our story. They blasted it across the globe. And over the past decade, we've been building what we now know as Africa's #1 sock brand.
So you just woke up one day, went to buy a pair of socks, and you redesigned them and decided to sell them. I mean, when was this seed planted?
Well, the seed has always been there. I need to mention that before then, I had just left the University of Johannesburg. I was studying politics there with the intention to be president of South Africa.
Yeah.
20 years from now.
I don't know if you'd be able to do those potholes. Yes.
I'll handle everything, don't stress, you know. So that was the thinking. But afterwards, because I was exposed to the world of fashion and media at the same time, and the trend of socks was growing at the time, you know. I really wanted to find a niche there, and the only closest thing I could do at the time, and the only cheapest business to start today was the sock business.
Yeah. So tell me this: what goes into, you know, different designs of your socks?
So, you know, I work on my collection like a musician works on an album.
Yeah.
You know, I don't have the technical skill of drawing. I work with various visual artists. And what we do, we book a very nice home for a couple of nights.
Yeah.
And what I do as head of design for Skinny Sibu Socks is to study global trends in fashion, architecture, design, and really say, okay, cool, this is how I'd like for this collection to look like. You understand? So at various stages of my life, I was inspired by different things. When we started out, of course, we had a lot of African print inspired socks. But over time, I wanted to show that I'm a holistic human being too. You know, I have dreams, I fall in love, I make friends, I travel the world. So our design has evolved over the time.
Where you come from? Where are you from?
We're Mzaca in the East.
Oh, Brakpan, I can tell.
don't say Brakpan, man.
It's Brakpan. It's Brak. Everybody knows Brakpan. They play Fela Ace. You know that house music, yes. Oh, you're from Brakpan, Mzaca Brakpan.
Mzaca Brakpan. 1550, my shoulder.
Now, listen, I do a lot of gigs in that part of the world, so ain't nothing wrong with that. And I see that, you know, you're one of the people who put the spotlight on the Happy Socks craze. Is that true?
Yeah, I'm responsible of what has been happening when it comes to bright, colorful socks here in South Africa with the small resources that we had, you know. But lucky enough, I've had the backing of Standard Bank for almost a decade right now. The first major corporate deal we got a year after CNN blasted our story across the globe was with Standard Bank when they bought socks for their entire staff members throughout the country. And we were able to grow from just a small sock merchant and we started partnering with local boutique stores in Jersey. But the brand was just growing fast, and then we approached Starterfords. I don't know if you still remember Starterfords.
Hey, listen, who are you talking about? Hello.
But Starterfords was too small for the brand at the time. I think they had 20 outlets throughout the country.
Yes.
And quite recently, we partnered with the Foschini Group, Markham stores, 350 stores throughout the country. They are 3 billion rand business. So we're able to now grow the brand into a national brand that we now know.
Yeah, Skinny Spoo is in the building.
Yeah.
Is that okay?
Thank you, Glen.
So how do you stay ahead of the competition? You know?
Yeah. So I think
because socks are socks. Amasogis, guys. So how do you convince me to go out of my way
to buy Skinny Spoo socks
and buy your socks? Yes.
I think number one would be design. You know, I think we've got the best designs. As I said, you know, we pay a lot of attention when it comes to design. Another element that we never talk about, because we believe that's a feedback we should receive from the customer, is the quality of our socks.
Yeah.
Glen, if you go on our social media right now, there's people who've owned a pair of Skinny Spoo socks for 3 to 5 years. You know, and I think lastly would be the cool partnerships that we have. You know, I told you about the distribution, the retail partners we partnered with, and quite recently we've partnered with Standard Bank to plant some seeds in the US and grow Skinny Spoo socks there.
Yeah.
So I think all those 3 things make Skinny Spoo socks cool.
Yeah. So you just came back from the United States of America.
We are America.
Where your socks were in this year's official gift bag at the Grammy Awards for the second time in a row. In a row.
Ooh.
How did that partnership come about, and how much has this elevated the brand? I mean, like, first time you're like, okay, you're lucky. And they say, come back again.
Yeah.
I mean, that's unbelievable. It's like winning a Grammy 2 years in a row.
Yep. It really feels like winning the Grammy, you know, because the Grammys is the largest music platform in the world. They are 65 years old. They are trusted and credible event in the world.
Jay-Z has your socks, man.
Jay-Z has my socks.
Busta
DJ
Rhymes
Khaled has my socks. Trevor Noah has my socks.
Did?
Yep. Everybody. Trevor Noah, the CEO of the Grammy Awards, have my socks. And this came about because there was a decline in terms of the demand for Skinny Spoo socks 2-3 years ago.
Yeah.
You know, and we needed to transcend that. Instead of trying to feed to grow demand here back at home, we figured that we need to transcend it by doing even bigger things, you know, and the Grammys made sense. And just like any entrepreneur who's running their business in South Africa, your dream will forever be bigger than your pocket, Glen, you know, in terms of financially and capacity and the team that can help you make your dream come to life. And that is when we called on Standard Bank. And for the past 2 years, Standard Bank has been making sure that Skinny Spoo socks is well represented at the Grammys.
Did it ever cross your mind that, you know, you'll have this global reach?
Yeah, that's been the intention from day one, hey, Glen, to be honest with you. From age 10, I remember praying to God, because I grew up a very spiritual kid. And I knew that I was going to grow up one day and be a man of influence. I'm going to grow up one day and impact people's lives. And I studied individuals like Nelson Mandela, Bonang Mateba, Oprah Winfrey. And I knew that for me to have a global impact, I need to play on a global stage. That's hence the Grammys, you know. So even the first time being on television was on a global platform. So I have intentionally and have always known that I am building a global brand.
So why did you go bankrupt? What happened?
Business happened. You know, I think that's a topic for another day. And I try avoid talking about money because, Glen, at the time when that whole 5 million frenzy happened, I had a successful 5-year run. And my hard work was overshadowed by one line that I made on TV, you know. So I try and avoid bankruptcy topics.
We'll walk away. Walk away from that one.
You'll probably get it on my book.
Yeah, we'll walk away from that. We'll walk away from that one. So, you had expanded to T-shirts and sweaters. Is that side of the business still in operation? Because me, I'm into T-shirts.
I
and
know.
sweaters.
I saw your Instagram. So, we are relaunching Skinny Spoo store. So we're currently running 2 brands, right?
Okay.
So there's the sock brand, which is Skinny Spoo socks, and Skinny Spoo store is our apparel business. And we're going to relaunch our apparel business this coming winter in the next month. So look out for Skinny Spoo store online.
Okay, so which outlets distribute your brand? Do you have a relationship with any outlets?
We just halted our relationship with TFG right now.
Okay.
Our demand is growing, and we think we can feed that demand through our online platform, which is brought to you by Standard Bank as well, which is the Simply Blue platform online. So we're going to be relaunching Simply Blue platform on the 15th of this month.
Excellent. Okay. Let's chat to Janine Zacher, head of enterprise banking. Listen, I've been trying to get sponsorship from you guys, and I'm more popular than Skinny Spoo, and I never get no attention from you. But welcome to the show. Listen, how did you get involved in the sponsoring, Skinny Spoo's Grammy Awards venture?
Yeah. Look, I think to start
off...
Oh,
well, you also wanted to go to the Grammys.
No. That was to be all on his own. He went to that one. But, he's no stranger to Standard Bank. And he spoke a little bit about his journey that he's taken with Standard Bank as well. And I think we've really been watching Spoo over the years, or Skinny Spoo as a brand grow. And it's been incredible what he's done with it. It's been incredible some of the learnings that he has evolved over time as well. And we've been enjoying being part of that journey. And look where it took him to, onto a global stage. So when we were presented with that opportunity, it was just so closely aligned to what we do at Standard Bank with entrepreneurs, which is all about being there in the moment to help you to start, manage, and grow your business. And this is clearly there. We were there in the start. We were there in the manage.
When was that?
10 years ago.
10 years ago.
Really?
Yeah, there at the start. We're there at the manage part, and now there is the growth and there's the scale. And it's been such a journey to walk with. We also speak about rising above the noise. And that to us, when it came to this particular sponsorship and this particular part of the journey, was a no-brainer for us and how closely it was aligned to what we do.
So what happened? Did Spoo come to the bank? Did Spoo apply, or someone from Standard Bank picked up his great energy and his designs on social media?
Yeah, look, I think it's a bit of all of that, but Spoo definitely came and approached us as well. But there is, again, that journey of partnership that continues with the bank, right? This isn't some unknown customer of ours that's just coming forward. This is somebody that we know. It's somebody we walk a journey with, because that's what we do with our customers. We walk that journey so that they can grow. So for us, with Skinny Spoo Socks, again, just an absolute no-brainer for us to go in ahead and go and sponsor this particular
So how do you support Spoo?
So number of different ways, right? Yeah. So everything from a transactional account to, he mentioned Simply Blue as well.
Do you e-wallet?
Hey, no.
No e-wallet.
None of that. Okay. No. He's got a... So, and we must also remember, we are a fully fledged bank, right? So we've got absolutely everything from your funding opportunities to your transactional capabilities to your savings and investments. And then we go beyond that as well, which is a key part of what we're doing here. So it's those beyond banking items. It's how do we support you to grow? We've got our platform called Biz Connect, which is a great source of information for entrepreneurs to how to go about starting, how to become a Skinny Spoo, how to draw on the inspiration that we see on this global platform that he's managed to present.
Really fantastic. And how important is this for business development, what you guys are doing?
Yeah, look, this is all about business development. This is how we recognize that our fortunes as Standard Bank are so closely aligned to the fortunes of the country, and you cannot remove that from the fortunes of entrepreneurs. We know that entrepreneurs drive our economy, they drive employment, they're driving the GDP, and we need these stories of inspiration like what Skinny Spoo has for us. I think in an environment where there's so many macroeconomical factors at play, having somebody like this that can represent his brand, our brand, and hope, inspiration on a global stage has been an incredible thing.
Really fascinating, because normally I would watch these guys who are investors and they always talk about using other people's money. So basically, technically, I'm sponsoring Spoo. We are sponsoring Spoo, not the bank. So you're using our money to move forward, right? Right? Using other people's money. So that's what it is, guys. Absolutely. You hear people talk about, if you want to buy a house, you want to do this, you don't need your money.
It's leveraging, Glen.
So it's us who save money, who have investment nuts. when if my investments, whatever. So Sbu is using your money. yeah.
Thank you, Nathi. Thank you, Nathi. Glen is better.
Yes. Yeah. Use it and take it to the global stage.
Thank you.
I'm for it.
And I'd also say keep using your money and go and buy Skinny Cebu socks as well. That's another way. Let's go directly. We got to keep growing the business.
Yeah.
I was just putting it out there for other, people who also need sponsorship. That other people's money is there at Standard Bank available for you to use. Thank you so much, Skinny Cebu. Thank you so much for chatting to us. Such a pleasure having you in the studio, and thanks for the free socks. I'll be rocking them. I'll be wearing shorts, to make sure that people can see them.
Thank you very much.
And also thank you to you, Janine. I'll be coming there for some sponsorship. We want to hear some Standard Bank ads on this show. Yeah, on the station here. Thank you so much. Hey man, it's almost 4:01. Well, thank you so much, guys. We can carry on talking until tomorrow. It's Radio 2000, our music, your memories. It's a Friday, just gone 4:00. It's time for the news.
Outsurance will go out of their way to try and save you money on your car insurance. And if they can't, you can ask them for 500 rands. SMS out to 37221. Now that's good news.
Whoa. SABC News. Independent and impartial.
Top stories: the ANC response to the Wits protest and gender parity under the spotlight in Africa. Good afternoon, I'm Roseanne Greef. The ANC says it's concerned about the current protest at the universities of Johannesburg and Wits. Students are